Hello and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to talk about KALA Pharmaceutical. The ticker for the stock is KALA. Had a great run today. The stock was running at around $25 or so. It fluctuating between $25, $44, and today it rose up to $56.72, and then it shot back down. I'm going to talk about the stock and see whether we still got some juice left in it, because the stock came down now, and we're going to see what happens tomorrow. Again, as usual, not a financial advice. It's something that I'm putting out there for you guys. If you're looking at the stock, at least you have some idea where we could get it from here, right? So we're going to talk about the technicals and the fundamentals, because I think both are very important, because sometimes the fundamentals help you understand whether this is a trade or should be an investment. So let's talk about the company real quick. The market cap is about $67.144 million, not a large company. So that's, to me, usually I don't go for the small company for investments. I mean, if there's a trend here, which I will follow and make money and come out of it. So for me, there's definitely a trade right off the bat. As far as the 52-week range for the stock is, it was, it did go as high as $97, which is a great thing, that in the last 52 weeks, the stock had the potential to go up to $97, which is great thing if you're looking at a stock, right? Because there's a potential that it could get to $97 because there is some resistance established at $97. EPS, however, is negative, which means they're not making any money right now. So don't expect to be making you any money in terms of you putting in an investment. That's another red flag for me. I'm not an investment right off the bat as well. EPS is negative 2.14, which is earnings per share. So you give them $1 and you're not making any money. You'll be in negative $2.14. Average volume, they trade about 1.9 million. Today they traded about 14.6 million. Again, on a given day, enough volume is there that if you did buy some share, for example, in the past, you'll be able to sell it quickly. It's not going to be an issue. 1.9, this is not a bad number. As far as the institutional holdings are concerned for the stock, it's about 14%. That's a great number because, if you think about it, usually when they have a startup company or companies that are not doing too great, institutions don't usually go into it a lot. 14% is a good number for me, but again, still a trade for me, not an investment. As far as the analysts from these 5 firms, what they're saying is about, they're saying the average price for the stock is about $29. The highest it could get to $47, the lowest it could get to $12, but again, you got to take it as a grain of salt. So let's look at the technicals here. I have RSI, MACD, and VWAP. I'm not using EMA. VWAP helps me a lot. I usually make money on that. So basically, VWAP is volume weighted average. The volume weighted average right now is $42, which is like, even though the stock went all the way up to $56, but the majority of the volume that was traded for the stock is around $42.28. It usually helps you a lot because if the stock price is going above the VWAP, this is, if you're doing an option, for example, this is a call option. If it comes below that, this is a put option. If it's consolidating on the VWAP, then you might want to just, stay around. You don't want to execute a trade, in my opinion. Of course, not a financial advice, but it's something that I do when it's consolidating. I don't mess with it. I only go for the uptrend or downtrend when it's above or below the VWAP. So let's talk about the levels I have, support or resistance. Now that resistance that you see here, $56.72, this was established in April 2022. So it's not just it came out of nowhere. It was established before. And usually how these resistance works is when you have a lot of orders kicking in around this area. So you had a lot of people taking profit at this point. They came out of the position. They got into it in April, for example, and the stock dipped after that. So we're just waiting for a good maybe break even or whatever the case was. And this is what happened here. So the stock is coming down now again. Now, if the stock started going back up again, right? If it crosses this resistance right here, which is established few weeks ago, then it could potentially go up to $56 again. If it crosses that $56, now it could potentially go to $68. However, let's say if tomorrow comes in and the stock started dipping, there's a support right here, which is around $28, $25. It could bounce off of that and go back to the same 43, 44 level. Or if it goes below that, now this is, if you notice here, I have the support in green, which means that if it does go to that level, then I'll be watching the stock for real, because at that point, I know if it's green, basically saying that, okay, this is a very green flag for me, that I might get into the position because I know that there is some highs that are set, which it could potentially reach to, right? If it goes, for example, let's say $15, and I know the company's doing okay, nothing changed, there's no negative catalyst, I'm pretty sure the stock is going to bounce back. And then I'm going to start looking into the stock and see where it started bouncing back. If it started bouncing back, I'll get in. Let's say if it comes down, it hits this support right here, start bouncing back up. I know there's a potential for the stock to get to $44 at that point, or even, $43 or $40 for that matter. So definitely a trade for me. RSI, right now is around consolidating around 56. We're going to have to see tomorrow if the RSI started dipping again, which means the relative strength index, that means it's a red flag. Stock is going to go down. MACD is already slightly coming down. Histogram is coming up a little bit. How the histogram works is, like, if you notice here, for example, the stock was coming down, the histogram gets bigger, and then gets smaller, and then it started consolidating, and you don't see any histogram right here. When it rises, you see a big bars right here. So right now, the stock is consolidating. However, I'm putting it on my watch list as a trade. Definitely take it as a trade. I'm here for a quick money. So basically take this as a trade, not a financial advice, but I'm taking that as a trade, not an investment. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Helps me a lot to keep me motivated to bring those videos to you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.